So let's just start by telling me again what ground and pound is.
It's usually when the person's on top in a mounted position, I believe, in the dominant position. But like I said, the person on the bottom is able to, get out of that position or, throw punches back. But I did not see any of that.
Okay. The dominant position of being on top is because you actually have all of your weight on the person's hips, right, holding them down?
Correct.
And from that position, the person on the bottom really can't move very much and can't get very much movement or very much leverage, can they?
I guess that depends on the type of person that's on the bottom.
Sure. And how well trained they are in MMA, right?
I don't know if you have to be trained, but I'm sure some other things come into play. I don't know.
Okay. Yet the person on top in that dominant position then has his arms free, right?
Correct.
Might have the person on the bottom's arms actually under his knees in that position, right?
What objective speculation versus at the scene or MMA in general?
Well, at the scene, speculation sustaining up to MMA, I think you need to lay a better bracket.
Sure. I mean, you've watched MMA fights enough to know what ground and pound is, right?
Sure.
And in certain ground and pound positions, they can actually, the person in the dominant position on top can actually get the guys in the bottom arms under his knees so that he virtually has free access to rain blows down upon him, right?
Well, I would think that would mean his arms were above his head or close to his head, but no, I don't know.
Okay. Nonetheless, the person on top has his arms free, correct?
Correct.
And in this, now let's go to this case that night that you saw. The person who you now know to be Trayvon Martin was on top, correct?
Correct.
And he was the one who was raining blows down on the person on the bottom, George Zimmerman, right?
That's what it looked like.
Okay.
Correct.
Now, and I said a moment ago you were literal because you couldn't actually see fist hit face, right?
No.
Because it was blocked by what?
I didn't say it was blocked. I said it was dark out.
Okay. And you were looking at Trayvon Martin's back, right? Wasn't that what was towards you?
Incorrect.
Then
on
tell
the
me what it
sidewalk, they're side to me because they're laying on the sidewalk, which would be going lateral to my house.
Oh, that's right. When they by the time they got up to the sidewalk, they had sort of moved into a position where it was a little bit more. You can see what would have been George's left side or right side.
It would have been his right arm.
Okay, his right arm was towards you, and then Trayvon Martin's left side would have been a bit more towards you, right?
Correct.
And then that's when you saw him striking down.
That's when it looked like, yes, arm movement going downward. Correct.
How many times do you think? If you had
I have
to guess?
no idea. As soon as I saw the movement going downward, that's when I turned around and went back inside.
That's when you knew it was very serious?
Yes. It looked like it was getting serious, and it wasn't just someone playing around.
And that's when you can hear George Zimmerman screaming for help, right?
Incorrect.
What was it? When was it?
That was in the beginning when I finally saw someone under the person on top.
And I apologize for not asking the question the right way. When was the first time that you heard the person on the bottom scream for help?
When I initially went outside, didn't see a second person. Then I could see a second person, and it sounded like it was coming from the person on the bottom because usually when someone's on top, the person on the bottom is the one screaming or yelling. And that was when I heard that, but I didn't hear anything after that.